Hi guys, welcome to the next installment of my kit collection series where I go through all 800 plus of my personal collection of planner kits. So far we've gone over my anytime kits, my event kits, and my travel / some pop culture kits, including like Disney parks and stuff. So while we finished up the last video going into a little bit of pop culture, I think I made the decision that the next video would continue on with the pop culture theme just to kind of keep it linear. So we are going over the movie binder today with all of my movie kits that are not Disney or Harry Potter. If we have time in this video, we will also go over the Harry Potter kits at the very least. We'll do those two binders I think we'll have time for. So let's go ahead and get into this binder, which is pretty thick. I do have kind of a thick movie binder, obviously, because I'm a huge movie fan and I do collect a lot of kits for movies that I have not even seen yet in anticipation. Also, if you're curious what my drink is today, it is horchata, which is like my new favorite drink. Not my new favorite, it's kind of like the past couple years it's become one of my favorites. I'm definitely a drinks girly, so it's always something new. But that's the kind that you can make at home with like a little mix, and it's really nice. So loving that now that the weather's starting to get a little bit warmer here. But now let's get into these kits. So some of these are organized by theme and some of them are just kind of random. First we have this Haunted Mansion kit by SPC, which I do need to use. It's kind of technically in the lineup, as in it's in my spreadsheet lineup. Because I did watch this movie earlier this year, so I will be using this at some point kind of soon. And then we also have a really old SPC kit, which is called Audrey, and this is a kind of Breakfast at Tiffany's kit, which I have seen that movie. So I think I will probably do a rewatch of it at some point, so I can use this, but I just really love the blues in this kit. And Audrey is, of course, for Audrey Hepburn, the main actress in the movie. So that is a very old kit that I've been hoarding. And then we have some SPC customs. So we have Freaky Friday by SPC, which is one of my favorite movies. I think we did watch it as a family like last year or the year before that. So I don't know how soon I'll be using this to mark like a rewatch of it, but I had to get it because it's a perfect representation of the movie. And then down here we have District 12 by Leonard Designs. This is the Hunger Games kit, which I'm very happy to have. Just a regular old Hunger Games kit, because I know that SPC has one for the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes or something like that, but I wasn't really a fan of that, and I'm not super hype about that movie. Haven't seen it. If it's based on the book, I haven't read a book. I'm gonna get to it eventually, but I'm just like not super hype about it. So I'm glad to have something to mark the original, because I love the first two books with a passion and the first two movies. We also have Life in Plastic by SPC. I need to use this to mark the Barbie movie last year. I do have that kind of in the lineup as well. And then we have Step Brothers by SPC, which it's definitely due for a rewatch. I feel like I've seen it twice now. I do feel like every few years it's like ripe for a rewatch. So we'll bring that back at some point so I can use that. I do have this exclusive art by Pink Diamond Planner Co. for Bob's Burgers, and that is the title of the kit. I have seen the entire show, Bob's Burgers. It's a fantastic show. I have not seen the movie yet, so when I watch the movie, I'm going to use this to mark that. And then we have The Other World by Pink Planner Shop, which is a Coraline kit. This, I don't think anybody else really used this art, so of course I had to pick it up from this shop, because I'm obsessed with Coraline, and I think I have a couple Coraline kits still to use, which I am really excited about, because Coraline's like one of my most favorite things ever, and I still haven't read the original book yet, so definitely have to read that at some point. But that is that. And then we have another one from Pink Planner Shop, which is Dino Adventure. I really like this art set. I wish this artist like did more stuff, because I like her style. I just feel like a lot of the sets that she does are not like super useful to me. now, ever since she switched from doing like a bunch of Harry Potter kits, which I have all of those, so I'll probably see those later in this video, but she switched to like doing more generic stuff, and it's just kind of like, they're all like interesting choices, I want to say. Like Dino Adventure, like I don't think it's meant to be anything specific. It's just kind of like an adventure-y kit, but it's like, it's definitely like, you know, like a fantasy movie kind of situation. Like there's a little bit of like Indiana Jones exploration vibes, and there's also just like randomly dinosaurs for some reason. It's like, I'm not too sure what this is, but it was just really fun, and I loved this kit, so I picked it up anyway. I'm gonna find a way to use it somehow. It's gonna happen. We'll see. The next, I have my own kit, which is Mia. This is my very first custom art that I got done, and then I did the people, which I'm still like insanely proud of myself for doing that and like trying to match the style of the artist who I got to do the rest of it, who did a fantastic job, by the way, as you can see. I really love my friggin' tea set. Like, I did that too, by the way. Did the people and then the tea set. So excited to use that at some point. This is for Princess Diaries 2, actually, not the first one. I do have kits for the first one, I think, later in this binder. But yeah, that will be really nice to use that. Next we have Fern. This is the Pink Planner Shop version. This was like Fern Gully inspired art by Elaine of Coffee Doodles Co. I have not seen the movie that it's based on. Is it called Fern Gully? Is that like the actual movie name? I don't know, but as somebody who like makes a point to watch like pretty much every, like mostly Western animated movies, but some like Studio Ghibli vibe Eastern animated movies I'll watch, but I like make a point to watch all of the popular animated movies in existence, so it's on my list, and when I watch it I will use this to mark it, and it looks like something I would enjoy, so I'm hyped to get there when we get there. Next we have the Ghostbusters kit by SPC. I just freaking love Ghostbusters. I love all of them, including the new Ghostbusters Afterlife. I guess I can't say I love all of them because I didn't love the like all female remake of it. Was not a huge fan, but I love all 4 of the other movies with a passion, so I cannot wait to use this to mark a rewatch of that. Next we have Vengeance by SPC, which is another one that I will be using actually to mark a few weeks ago, because we're going through our Batman era where we're watching literally all the Batman movies. And I have seen the one, the Robert Pattinson one, but we are gonna like finish our rewatch binge with a rewatch of that one. We've both seen it separately, I think. But I am using this to mark like earlier in the rewatch binge, just to mark all the other Batman movies, because it just like fits perfectly in my planner lineup. So that is also going to be used fairly soonish. Next we have SPC Scream. Why is this in here and not in like my Halloween binder? I don't know. This is like the second or third time now that I've found a kit that needs to be in the Halloween binder that's not in the Halloween binder. I don't even know. I mean, it is like a horror movie that isn't necessarily something that has to be watched on Halloween, I don't think. So maybe that's why it's in here, but I don't know. I hope I remember that this is here. I haven't seen Scream. I think I've mentioned that in many of my other videos. But I am a horror movie buff, and I've seen a lot. But the popular ones that I haven't seen, they're all on my list. So we'll get there. When we get there, speaking of which, I also have Rocky by SPC. I don't know how I feel about Rocky Horror Picture Show, like, as a movie. I don't even remember it really that well at all. I think it's okay. I do remember going to an actual, like, performance of it, which was, like, the most fun, like, movie/play experience ever. So I did have to pick up the kit just because, like, the vibes of that were just so, like, out of this world and just insane for, like, a performance. It was so interactive. But I guess I'll watch the movie again at some point and just use this to mark it, regardless of how I feel about it. There's my mermaid kit. And there's another mermaid kit. I guess I put them in the movie kit binder. Why would I do that? And why did I not see them when I searched before? I literally thought that I had lost all of my mermaid kits. Like, I looked through all of my binders and I couldn't find my mermaid kits. And it was freaking me out. I was like, where did they go? And I thought I looked through this binder, but I guess I didn't. Because here they are. So, these are not to mark any specific mermaid movie, but I guess that was my intention, was to use these for a movie. This one is a very old one by Little Paper Prints. I think it's just art. But yeah, this is called Mermaid Squad. And then this one is Stormy Seas with Apple Blossom Prince Co. being the kit format. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to use this. Why did I even get this? I think it's like spooky mermaid vibes. Like, look at these skeleton sea creatures. That's kind of a fun vibe. So I don't know. That'll be interesting. That box kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's like a zombie mermaid almost. I don't know what's going on with that. But moving on, we have Goonies by SPC, which classic movie, very funny. Definitely want to rewatch that at some point and use this. Loving that. Not as much as I love the Swamp kit by SeliseStudio. This is like the most ultimate Shrek kit ever. It is Nella art. This is just my favorite thing ever. And I did do a foil bundle exclusive to match this kit. And I'm just so hyped to combine those. This was the first Shrek kit that I ever got. This was like a Cyber Monday mystery, I think, from Murdoch Talks. It's pretty old. I think it's called Ogre Love or something like that. But it's like a Shrek inspired kit. So I will be using my Swamp bundle with this one as well. Next we have SPC Superhero, which is basically like the Avengers / DC kit. And we are huge superhero movie fans in this household, so I'm positive there will be an occasion to use that, as well as this one by Keytown. And then we have Batu Bound from SPC, which is based on the attraction at Disney, I believe. But I'm probably just going to use it to mark the movies, because that's me. I don't want to hoard this for whenever I go to Batu Bound. Like, I don't need to do that. I got Disney park kits out the wazoo, so I'll be good when that happens. We have SPC Dead Inside. I didn't think I got this. Was this a... No, this wasn't a mystery. Why did I get this? Oh, I got it because I like scary stuff, and there's like scary movies in here, and scary books, I believe, by Stephen King, so yeah. Like, that's not my vibe as a person, but it's my vibe because of the interest, so I guess that's why I got it. Here's one of the other Coraline kits that I have. This might be the only other one. This is by Pink Leaf Prints. It's art that she drew herself, and I love it. That cat looks kind of funny though, but I love the people. Then we have another like scary movie inspired one by Whimsical Plans. It's called Oh the Horror. Oh, I love this one. Glam Planner did an Anastasia themed one. And Anastasia is one of my favorite like princess movies. It's not a Disney princess movie, but it is a princess movie. I just freaking love the movie Anastasia. It's so good. So glad I have that for a rewatch, as well as this one by B&R Paper Crafts, which is a photo kit, and then this one as well by Pink Planner Shop. I do have the art, and I do intend to use it for a kit at some point, at which point I will have 4. And then we have Wakanda Forever by SPC that I will try to use to mark when I watched it originally, but I think there's something else going on that week, so I may have to use that for a rewatch. And we have SPC The Force. I feel like this is an older kit for like Star Wars. We have a Spider-Man kit by Keytown, which the only reason I've kept this, because like the full boxes are kind of plain. The only reason I've kept it is because like there's so many Spider-Man movies out there, and I don't really know of any other Spider-Man kits. Then we have Dorothy by SPC. This is an exclusive kit for The Wizard of Oz, which this was the first one that I've seen, and I do love The Wizard of Oz, and I'm glad to have one for the original like Wizard of Oz instead of just something Wicked themed, because I think I already showed you that before in the last video. Then we also have Wonka by SPC, which is the very original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie, which is based on that. It's very well done. I love those movies. Next we have Winter Fantasy by Apple Blossom Prince. This is based on Chronicles of Narnia, which is another thing that I'm just so hyped to have a kit based on, because obsessed. We're into the dinosaur era now with Jurassic by SPC. This is an older kit. I did have the newer like Jurassic Park kit, but I used that, surprisingly. the old one I'm just like hoarding for whatever reason. I mean, Jurassic World 5 is coming, or Jurassic Park 5, Jurassic World 4 is coming out next year, and I'm like so beyond hype about that. So I mean, I'm sure somebody else is going to come out with dinosaur art for that, but if not, I'm going to use this for that. I do also have this generic dinosaur kit, which is not really movie themed for anything, it's just dinosaur themed. But I have another dinosaur movie that I need to watch, so I might use that to mark that. Now we're going back into our old kit era. We have Practically Perfect by Little Paper Prince, which is a Mary Poppins themed kit, which I love Mary Poppins with a fierce passion, so I was glad that there was some art for it somewhere. And then there's also this Jolly Holiday collection by Simply a Mess, which is also Mary Poppins art, but is very watercolory. And then we have a couple kits for the Labyrinth, both by SPC. This is also one of the oldest kits that I have, as you can see. Extremely old. I don't know what that one is called, but this one is called Labyrinth. And I have seen the Labyrinth. I did enjoy it. I feel like I will enjoy it more on a rewatch. So these are for that time. We also have Fangirl by SPC, which is like a Rey / Kylo Ren themed kit, which I do have a secret crush on Kylo Ren. So that's vibes a little bit. That's like, catch me using that for Valentine's Day one of these days, one of these years. So don't tell my boyfriend I said that. He doesn't know I have a crush on Kylo Ren, but I do. We also have this Force Party Kit by SPC, which is like a Star Wars party kit, which I don't know why that's not in the party kit section. I guess I never thought that anybody I knew would ever want a Star Wars themed birthday, so I just put it here. Who knows? SPC also put out the Breakfast Club themed art, which, again, obsessed. I love this movie so much. It's one of those few classics that I really just relate to on like a million levels. Like, I feel like there's a bunch from that era that I just like don't care about, but this one just like I vibe with it so hard. I don't know, it speaks to something in me from that era of my life that I guess never left me, is a good way to put it. So I'm really glad to have this perfect kit to represent that. Oh look, another Mary Poppins kit snuck in here. This is a photo kit by Jessica Hart, which again, like I said, I kind of stopped buying photo kits and I've destashed a lot of them because they're not really my vibe anymore, but some I've kept because, I don't know, I just needed them for whatever reason. Oh, here's my other Princess Diaries kits. So we have Genovia by Leonard Designs. So this is based on the first one, as is this one, which is Princess Diaries by SPC. And then we have this one as well, which is Princess of Genovia by Simply a Mess. Now, as Princess Diaries 2, I guess, is my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies. The first one I can take or leave, but as the second one I love so much, I'm sure there will be occasions for me to use all of these upon rewatches. Here's another here's another mermaid kit by Glam Planner that also snuck in here. So, again, solved. There's all my mermaid kits. I don't know why I did not think to look in this binder. And then we have a Red Riding Hood kit by B&R Paper Crafts, which I do have that Red Riding kit in my like pop culture section of the travel binder that I showed you in the last video. So I don't know why they're in different sections again. Like, it's very confusing to me. But again, like, I'll probably use it to mark some kind of movie. I still haven't seen, what is it, Snow White and the Huntsman? I haven't seen that yet. I mean, I could also use it to mark, like, Hoodwinked, which I love those movies. Like, there's options. Then we have, like, a movie kit by Glam Planner. This style of kit, or this genre, this theme, has certainly become very popular in later years. Next, we're going into the Mean Girls era, which I do need to see the new Mean Girls movie. I do want to. I think I might enjoy it. I don't think it's going to be as good as the original, but I might like it. So this is Mean Girls by SPC. And then we have an older Mean Girls kit by SPC as well, which I kept just because I love pastel pink. And I think it's just those two. Now we're into, like, scary movies again, which, again, should they be in Halloween binder? Maybe. But that's okay. This one is just like a mixture of scary movies. Haven't seen that one, have seen that one. Don't know if that's supposed to be based on anything. Finally saw Chucky recently. Is that The Shining? If so, haven't seen it. Have seen it. I love the Halloween movies. Haven't seen it, and I don't know if that's supposed to be anything. Then we have It, which I haven't seen it either. I want to read the book first. Have not done either of those things, but I feel like I'll like it. I don't get scared by clowns. Clowns are not scary to me, ever. It's just funny. And I've watched the Terrifier movies, and clowns are still not scary to me, so I think I'm just gonna like it just because it seems like a fun movie. Edward Scissorhands, one of my favorite movies ever. I mean, it's Johnny Depp, like, you say less, so can't wait to rewatch that and use this. Finally, now that I have watched the Chucky movies, I will get to use this to mark those. Corpse Bride. Yes, we're in our Corpse Bride era. We have a couple, one by SBC and one by Keytown. Such a sad movie. I cried so much as a kid, like, watching this. It's literally so sad. I don't even want to say I enjoyed it. Like, it's just made me cry. Like, heartbroken. Looks like we have another Edward Scissorhands movie. Or not movie, kit here. Which I guess I completely forgot about this, but vibes. I might destash the other one, actually. Yeah, I may. And then we have Captain Jack by SPC, which I did also make custom foil. This was like back at the beginning of my foil making journey when this came out, I believe. My pirate collection was kind of based a little bit around this kit. And yes, I have been hoarding it ever since. But Pirates of the Caribbean is one of my, like, top favorite movie series. Like, whenever people ask what my favorite movies are, Pirates of the Caribbean 3 At World's End is always one of those movies. I'm really, truly obsessed with, like, the first 3 Pirates movies. Next, we're in our Studio Ghibli era. So we have Totoro, such a cute movie. This is like a mix of several of them. I think that's Spirited Away, that's Ponyo, Howl's Moving Castle, maybe. Totoro, well, sprites are in a few Studio Ghibli movies. That one is definitely Howl's Moving Castle. Spirited Away. No Face. I love No Face so much. Also Spirited Away. And that flame. Is that Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle? Maybe. Big fan. And then we have another Totoro kit by Keytown. There's one of my favorite mermaid kits. That's so freaking pretty. Let's see what else we have. Oh, looks like we're in our Clueless era. Which includes Beverly Hills Betty by Pink Leaf Prince. Again, she drew that herself. As well as this Clueless photo kit by Jessica Hartz. And then in the same era, we have a Legally Blonde kit by SPC called Legally Fabulous. I love that. Just randomly in here, we also have Odette, This One Princess by Glam Planner. That's another movie that's just, like, beautiful. Got some more pirate action going on here. We have Pirates by SPC. This is kind of based on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney. This was when Elaine was doing her little era where she did a kit based on every single ride at Disney, essentially. And then we have this generic, like, pirate book kit by Craig & Co. because all of her kits have books in them somehow. Next, we have a couple Twilight kits. We have the SBC one, and then we have the Glam Planner one, which are the only 2 Twilight kits that have ever come out, pretty much. And I have them both. Because I'll tell you another secret. I'm a Twilight fan. And guess what? I'm an Edward fan. That also has, like, a new movie coming out, I think. I'll tell you what. I'll be more interested to read that one than the Hunger Games one, if I'm going to be honest with ya. Okay, and then we have another, like, Greek myth one by Glam Planner. I feel like Greek myth vibes, which I do know what I want to use that for. and I've mentioned it many times before, but there's this like movie that I watched that's like a compilation of Greek myths. And it's like the Storyteller duology of movies by Jim Henson, his like company with all the like puppets and stuff. But the first one is, I think, just like English myths, and the second one is Greek myths. But yeah, that is, I vibe with that so hard, so I might use this for that. Then we have a Lord of the Rings kit by Keytown, which I'm pretty much only keeping because I used the one by SPC already, and it saddens me, and Lord of the Rings will forever need more kits associated with them. Then we have just this Scooby-Doo kit by Leonard Designs. Like, I think I destashed my older one, because, like, when this one came out, I did not need any others. This is Spooky Island. I think it's based on the, well, I know it's based on the Spooky Island movie with all the live action, like, Scooby-Doo people. I have not seen any of those movies. I have not seen the animated movie. I have seen a few episodes of Scooby-Doo, and I am a fan, so I do need to catch up on that, hence why this is here. Peter Rabbit, I also need to watch that still. That's one of those, you know, that was like in the live action Winnie the Pooh era where they were doing all kinds of kid stuff as like a mix of live action with like people and, you know, animated animals and all that, like CGI animated, like the Paddington Bear vibes and all that, which I haven't even seen Paddington. I don't even think I've seen Paddington, which is kind of a crime, but I do need to watch that. It's got Donald Gleason in it, which I also have a little bit of a crush on him, which is funny because he played alongside Kylo Ren in Star Wars, and I had a crush on both of them at the same time. But yeah, I need to watch that, so that's there. We have another Legally Blonde kit in here by Sticky Essentials, which is called Like It's Hard. So this just kind of snuck in here. And then we have the She's a Man kit by Leonard Designs, which I remember thinking that movie was the funniest movie when we watched it in class in high school. And the reason we watched it was because it's like kind of an adaptation of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, I believe, which I haven't read yet, which I kind of want to, because I do enjoy a good Shakespeare play every now and then. So anyway, I know my explanation on that binder was just insanely long because I'm obsessed with movies, and I'll just tell you all my thoughts on every single one of those. But I think we do have a little bit of time to go into our Harry Potter binder. Okay, so here's the Harry Potter binder. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. It's actually not super thick compared to the other binders, but there's just too many Harry Potter kits to lump in with any other category. So that's why they're separated, which is obvious because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, probably more than anything else. So we have first Wizarding World by Planet Fancy, which I don't think that was custom art. I just don't think anybody else really used it. And then we also have The Common Room by Apple Blossom Prince. This was Nella art. She kind of made it so there was enough from each like house to sort of let shops customize it per house. So Amanda was able to do a Ravenclaw version, so I do have it more Ravenclaw themed than anything else. But I do have like one character from each of the houses. We also have Autumn Magic by Apple Blossom Prince. I just hauled these last two kits. Somewhere I talked about them a little bit, but that is Emma's art. We have this really old kit by SPC, which is called Accio Pink, so obviously a very pink themed Harry Potter kit, which again, I just love the pastel pinks, so even though it's very old art, I'm holding on to it for that. And then this is The Burrow by Simply a Mess. This was, I forget, but you know that the artist who did the Dino Adventure set, this was when she was doing a bunch of Harry Potter sets, so this is one of hers. I forget who the Instagram like handle is, but I think it's something with berry in it, like Digiberry Design or something, I want to say. But yeah, I just love this. I love the color scheme of that one. Then we have Herbology 101, or I guess it's Herbology. I guess they say the H over there, by SPC, which again, plant kits, gotta love them, even though I'm not a plant person. And then we have the Witchcraft and Wizardry collection by Simply a Mess. Very traditional colors going on there. We have this Luna kit by Paper Candy Art. I'm just glad Luna gets her own art set. She deserves it. And then we have the Enchanted Academy collection by Simply a Mess. Kind of like the beiges in that one. And these two, I think, are using the same art set. Or maybe they're not. No, I don't think they are. This one is kind of like a Halloween Harry Potter set by Creating & Co. And this one is kind of like a Wizard Party set, I want to say, by La La Land. That was like a very old printable. And then we have this one that's like Christmas, Christmas at the Borough, maybe, by Glam Planner. And then this extremely old one, which was when SPC like did, I think, one for each of the houses. So this is Wisdom. That's the Ravenclaw version. Again, extremely old art. I just haven't destashed any of the Harry Potter kits for some reason. Then we have Honeydukes by Pink Leaf Prints. Love that. Accio Christmas by SPC. That one is obviously amazing. And then we have like a Christmas at Hogwarts by T-Town. And I think this is Privet Drive by Glam Planner, I believe. So it's like the first year at Hogwarts. This is another one by SadiePiperDesigns. This is like Potions class. That's by Creating & Co. And then we have SPC Aloha Mora, which is like one of her more recent Harry Potter kits. I did already use the Dark Arts one. This is another Digiberry. This is Hagrid's Pumpkin Patch by Simply a Mess. And then I have this photo kit by Wild Summer Designs called Back to the Castle. And then we have Night Spells by Coffee Doodles Co. This is like Winter at Hogwarts. And then we have Cozy Cafe by SPC, which is only vaguely Harry Potter themed. But it's enough. There's enough Harry Potter stuff in here to include it in this binder. I have a couple more Digiberry both Simply a Mess. This one is Try the Pea Soup, so that's like the, what's it called? The Leaky Cauldron themed. And then this one is Best Game There Is, so that's Quidditch themed. And then we have Sweet Duchess, Candy Store, which is kind of based on Honeydukes. I think that's also Digiberry, as well as this one, which is Astronomy by Paper Candy Art, based on the Astronomy Tower. And then here we have a couple more Digiberries. Florian's Ice Cream by Fantasy Design Store, as well as the Dark Arts, also by the same shop. I don't think I've actually used that shop's format before. And then another one, which is Joke Shop, based on Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. And then I have the Gringotts one by Paper Candy Art, which I also have the Simply Mess full boxes in there, which is why it's, well, I think it's the Paper Candy Art. That's the reason it's too big to fit properly in there. And then yet more Digiberry designs, both from Fantasy Design Store. This is Magical Bookstore. And then One Shop, so that's Ollivanders. I just love her style so much. And then we have Pink Diamond Planner Co. First Year. So that's her exclusive art that's Harry Potter themed. And then we have Glam Planner. This one is like Fall at Hagrid's or something like that. So yeah, some really old and some newer Harry Potter kits in there for sure. I unfortunately don't watch or read Harry Potter enough to really get through these at a good enough rate. So I'm sure this binder will fill up quite a lot more before I'm able to shrink it down a bit, but we'll see. I'm just glad I have so many to choose from. So that is going to be it for today's kit collection video. Next, we'll be going into all the Disney kits to continue with the pop culture theme. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be fantastic. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.